Okay, so we can go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. Since it's a relatively small group, I thought we could go around and introduce ourselves before we get started. So my name is Valerie Vergona. I'm the Outreach and Communications Manager for the Peconic Estuary Partnership. And I'm going to pass it along to Rachel, who is going to be the point of contact for this mini grant. Go ahead, Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Friedman, and I am the Outreach Assistant with the Peconic Estuary Partnership. And yeah, I'll be who you'll be communicating with if you have a question, and I'll be who you'll be submitting your applications to. And
Okay.
I'll pass it to Donald.
Yes, hi, I'm Don Kehoe from Medoki Environmental. We represent a couple of companies doing clean water restoration and also a little bit of sewage treatment. So I'm looking forward to this. I think we might be able to contribute quite a bit.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I believe we have Joyce on the call. Joyce, you want to go ahead?
Hi, I am Joyce Novak, the Executive Director of PEP.
Thank you. And we have one more PEP person on the call. I believe, Marissa, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. How's it going today? My name is Marissa Velasquez. I am the Natural Resources Program Manager for the Peconic Estuary Partnership.
Thank you. Okay, so now, Margaret, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Margaret Steinbugler. I'm the Vice President of the South Hole Peconic Civic Association, and I'm on their Environmental Advocacy Committee and currently volunteer doing water sampling for Baykeeper for enterococcus testing.
Thank you, and good to see you. Elise, can you go ahead and introduce yourself? Okay, I know probably not everybody has like Bluetooth or speaker abilities, so I'll just go on through. Let's see, next we have Leonard. Do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'm Len Rubin. I'm the president of the Acabonic Protection Committee.
Oh, great, thank you. And Bob?
Yes, hi, Bob Moser here, founder of the Citizen Science Learning Center and sampling 7 freshwater ponds in Southampton for HABs for 4 years.
Thank
Hi,
you.
everyone.
Hi. And Bruce?
I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. My name is Bruce Milliken. Hi. And I'm with the Conscience Point Shellfish Hatchery in Southampton.
Thank you. And we have someone from Cole Environmental Services.
Yes, Chris Cole Environmental Services. We help homeowners apply for permits and to help other associations apply for grants to improve the environmental impact of their properties.
And Allie from AMCs. Next, we have someone from East Hampton.
Hi, everyone. You have Samantha Schur and Emily Klein. We work with the Piping Plover program, and so we just thought this would be an interesting presentation to watch and maybe help do more outreach for the people in the community. We also work with some of the water quality in East Hampton. So yeah, nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much for joining. Next, Jenna, you want to introduce yourself?
So Valerie, Jenna has in the chat, she can't come off mute right
okay.
now, but she worked for the Eastern Surfrider Foundation as the Long Island chapter manager.
Great. And we have Ken. All right. Larissa.
My name is Larissa Potapchuk, and I'm one of the coordinators for the Little Fresh Pond Association, which is on the south side of the Peconic Bay. And we know all of our runoff heads in your direction, and hence we're looking to minimize road runoff and other types of pollutants that come into our lake.
Oh, great. Thank you. Next, Mark Hauptner.
Yeah, thanks. Mark Hobner from North Fork Environmental Council President and also the co-chair of the Town of Riverhead's Environmental Advisory Committee.
Great, thank you. And Pete?
Yeah, it's Pete Topping, Peconic Baykeeper and Executive Director with Peconic Baykeeper.
Great. All right, thank you so much all for joining. If I missed anybody, you can go ahead and jump in now, but I think I got everyone. All right.
I'll just say I was having really bad Wi-Fi issues earlier, but I just wanted to say that I'm Elise. I'm with Sylvester Manor. We actually just met with you guys, Peconic Estuary Partnership, here on site not too long ago. So I'm really excited to be on here. We're about 236 acres of farmland, forest, wetland on Shelter Island.
All right, great. Nice to see you again. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so we'll hop right in and keep this pretty brief so you all can get back to your days. We announced our PEP Mini Grant program last week. We were going to have an in-person meeting, but since that got canceled, I figured we could have everybody show face on a Zoom, and you can ask questions this way. That way, all the people planning on applying can benefit from it, getting the answers to those questions as well. So we'll hop right in. This year, our PEP Mini Grant funding opportunity is focused on our Comprehensive Conservation Management Plan goal of clean waters for ecosystem health and safe recreation. So if you want more information on whether your project would fit into our watershed delineation, we have a map right here. And this is all copied right from that grant call. So you can find those links there, and I'll of course send it around again after this call. There's also a link to our latest CCMP, the 2020 CCMP, where you can find what specific actions would fit under that clean waters for ecosystem health and safe recreation objective. So some key information about this grant. The proposals will be considered for projects between $20,000 to $50,000. Funds can be applied towards project implementation, outreach and public education, or facilitation and planning of water quality endeavors. Money will be dispersed via project reimbursement. The mini grant can be used as funding for a standalone project or to contribute to a larger existing project with a higher cost. Applicants must be an organization capable of receiving these funds. And if your project is chosen, grantees will have to set up a subaward contract with Stony Brook University. We'll get some more information on that below. But for this page, does anybody have any questions just yet? All right. So some important dates. The deadline for the mini grant applications will be November 1st, 2024. There will be a period of time where we have a group, likely some members from our management committee, that will go over these projects and pick the winners, and they will be announced December 2024. We're looking to announce those in the early part of the month. Projects must be completed within 1 year of the subaward contract execution, and extensions are possible. They will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. So for your application, the first page will be the cover page, and we ask that you include the name of our grant, the project title, that's your project, the applicant/organization name and contact information, add a website URL in there if applicable. And then after that first cover page, the rest of the application will include these points. So the description of the applicant organization, then a project description, budget and timeline for the project, what the relevance is to the CCMP goal, clean waters, and if applicable, how does your proposed project integrate public education, preferably in association with the inclusion, diversity, equity, and access principle that we've embodied from Stony Brook University, and of course, all of that being applicable within the Peconic watershed. So as we had mentioned earlier, completed application packages will be sent to Rachel, our PEP outreach assistant. Here is her email right here. And we do ask, just for sake of ease for us, and then also to make sure we are receiving all of your information, to send that as a single PDF file, not like a separate cover letter and rest of your application. And then moving on, for the final grant awardees that are selected, that subaward contract with Stony Brook University will require all of these things. And we really worked through this last year, as Pete can attest to, but we have the system down now, and we know the applicants must be an organization capable of receiving these funds and setting up a contract with Stony Brook University. You must have a detailed task-based budget, summary budget table, project timeline, a QAP or Quality Assistant Project Plan if necessary, if data will be collected, because this will be using in part EPA funds. This is a link to an EPA website on QAPs. For reporting, there will be quarterly reporting and quarterly invoicing for reimbursements. And then there will be final presentations to the PEP committees. We have links and resources here. We have, first of all, the PEP Mini Grant page where you can find the call for the mini grant. And you can also find some information on the projects that were awarded last year, including Peconic Baykeeper's Project Rise project. Next, we have another link to the PEP CCMP, so you can look and make sure that your project fits into one of those action items. We then have, this is a resource for smaller organizations that need help with this grant application process. The EPA EJ Thriving Communities Technical Assistance Center, we contacted them and they said that they can most likely help with post-selection contracting, as well as the initial grant application. And you can go ahead and fill out that intake form to see if they will be able to help you with the process. Next, we have an example QAP for those organizations that maybe haven't had to create a quality assurance project plan. This is kind of a boilerplate example of how you would fill that out and what would need to be included in that QAP. So I know there's a lot of information for just a few slides, but I thought we can now open up to any questions that you folks might have.
Valerie, before we take questions, I just want to give a small piece of guidance for the example QAP that we're providing. The Protection Committee QAP is very, very large. In the back of it, there are boilerplates, and that's the piece that we think will be helpful to you. Do not look at this and become alarmed at this gigantic document. It is in the back where, for different water quality monitoring parameters, there are boilerplates. So I just want to make that point clear.
Thank you, Joyce.
There's a question in the chat from Jenna. How many projects will be awarded?
So we have a pot of money that is available. So it really depends on if we get a lot of smaller price projects or, you know, a couple larger ones, but I would say anywhere from 2 to 4 projects. Is that accurate, Joyce? If anybody, you know, has any ideas, absolutely, you know, you can kind of get an idea from us now if it's something that you could possibly apply for, or don't know if, you know, if it would fit within the action items. Any project specific questions or just, you know, application process questions?
Hi, it's Len Rubin. I sent the chat. I'm not sure where it went, but Is it possible to co-partner with another organization in applying?
Joyce, do you want to take that one?
Right. Yes, that's possible, but we can only contract with one entity. So you can partner with somebody else, but one person would have to be the lead, and receive the funds. So
Okay.
the budget would have to be laid out in that way. If it was a larger award, say $50,000, and you wanted 10,000 of it to go to a partner, that's possible, depending on who the partner was, right? It has to be another similar type organization or individual that can accept funds. But yeah, it would just be a little bit more complicated contracting, but you can do that. One person has to be the lead, one entity will be awarded.
Understood. Thank you.
We have another question in the chat as well from Margaret. Can grant funds be used to pay for labor?
Yes. So there is like staff time that can be incorporated in it. So definitely, yes, paying employees to carry out the work can be part of it. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up? I know most of you probably have done grant applications before, so this is pretty straightforward, but yeah, feel free to ask any questions you might have now, or you can go ahead and direct those to Rachel if any come up after this call. But we really look forward to receiving your applications and looking over all the excellent projects.
We have one more question from Cole. I'm helping a homeowners association revegetate a terminus of a road that ends directly into the bay. Would this be something applicable?
Yes, so homeowners associations can apply for this grant funding. And that does sound like something that would definitely affect water quality.
I just want to caveat that with, if Cole Environmental Services is a for-profit entity, they can't be the applicant. So if you're helping homeowners, the homeowners association can apply, and how they choose, if they choose in their budget to pass their funds to an entity to help them carry out work. Okay, but we can't, it doesn't abide by procurement law for us to use public dollars and pass them to a for-profit entity. So I just want to put that out there, that the application does have to be from the homeowners association and the contract with them.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. Really looking forward to looking over all these projects. We'll be sending out a follow-up email with this video as well as the PowerPoint presentation, so you can visit all those links that were on this. Oh, do we have one more? No, okay, no problem, Mark. All right, well, thank you all. Really appreciate your time. And once again, oh, sorry, go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, I'm just asking this maybe because it might help other people out, but I'm trying to remember, do organizations need to be registered through SAM or one of the government websites to receive funds?
I don't believe so. Joyce, do you know?
No, they do not.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all. And yeah, looking forward to looking over your projects. Let us know if you have any additional questions after the call.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.